Welcome to an emergency episode of Let Me Be Frank. We had to do something. Everyone's doing emergency episodes after what happened last night. I mean, you're probably still pinching yourself. Frank McAvennie, last night, do you remember where you were when you got the message?
I was in it. Well, my phone lit up, and I get unbelievable phone calls, and as you can imagine, and it was it's huge. I mean, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. To be fair, I was concerned that Brendan would stay, and they wouldn't give him any money, and the team wouldn't change, and it's going to be stale. And how wrong was I?
Someone tweeted last night. I think it might have been the journalist Kevin McKenna, and he said, Celtic don't do chaos often, but when they do it, it's off the scale.
I've seen that. It's off the charts.
Off the charts. So let's cut to the chase. Team Brendan or Team Desmond?
Well, listen, it doesn't matter. I was like that last night because you know what I think of Brendan. I think he's a wonderful coach. You know, and he's a bit jumped the gun and blamed everyone else really for what's happening with passing. And he says, I don't teach them to pass it backwards and all that. And I quite could believe that, but it's like being a child and your parents are splitting up.
Yeah.
You know, who's it blame? It doesn't matter, does it?
But that's what I thought.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's like, it shouldn't be played in public. No. This should not be played out in public.
There was something really, really strange.
It's an institution.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be played out in public. Leave that to, no disrespect to them, but leave that to Rangers. They've gave us enough ammunition. And Celtic shouldn't be bringing that in. It's, you know.
Brendan Rodgers has got under Desmond's skin like nothing I've seen before. The way he reacted, the way Desmond reacted last night with that statement, and also look, 35% shareholder
shouldn't be doing that.
He shouldn't be doing it.
No,
he doesn't have the right to do that. Yeah. To speak on behalf of Celtic Football Club, to speak on behalf of the organisation and the fans, and put it on the official website.
But the fans are not happy with him. The fans are not happy with him.
The Celtic support are all over the place at the moment, you know, and you know
he's never there. I mean, he's never putting the money in. I get that, but you know, and he goes to the big games, and you know, he's in the golf course more than me.
Yeah. No, that's not possible. That's not possible. But look, we're at, you know, the club's at where it's at. Martin, I don't think having Martin coming in at the moment is the worst thing for a bit of stability. And if you're looking at someone as a Celtic institution, as a Celtic kind of figurehead,
I'm going to wait.
Well, I don't think it's the worst idea having someone.
I'm going to wait to the first press conference and see what he says about Hearts, because he says yesterday morning Hearts will win the league. So
did he say exactly that? I don't think he said exactly that.
Well, I'll be having a laugh. But
you've got to cut him some.
You know that. I know he's got to say that.
He's got to say he's sitting in the top sports studio with.
Yeah, but now he's the manager of Celtic. He's got to say we'll win the league. So I get all that.
He's got to be controversial.
Some people, listen, it's a joke. Somebody will rip the backside of him, and it'll be fun.
And he's the very man that will respond to it with a bit of humour as well, because he's funny, he's good, and he's so super smart.
Yeah.
So I think given where we're at, having Martin O'Neill there to kind of put a steady hand on things. Sean Maloney is a slightly different issue, because a lot of people are saying nowhere near ready to be Celtic coach, nowhere near good enough to be Celtic coach.
I think,
but maybe with a bit of guidance.
No, I think he's. Bring him in, brilliant, and who better to get top than Martin? I think he'll bring the defenders back. I think he'll bring Naroski back. I think he'll say, "Get you along your back."
Rocky back, and what about Trusty?
Trusty as well. I think.
Do you think
Martin O'Neill wants people to go and win the ball in the air? He doesn't want all that backward passing and all that. He get Bobo Baldi. He does Bobo Baldi. What are you doing? Give me the ball.
What do you think?
I think he just wants people to go and win the ball and do your job. That's basically what Martin says. He says, I bought big centre halves to go and win the ball in the air. That's a job.
What about the theory that Rodgers went to Tynecastle and he put Donovan and Dane Murray into that cauldron at Tynecastle just to prove a point?
He could have ruined the boy Murray's
Really,
confidence, my God.
My heart goes out to that lad. I mean, that was just, slicing that into the net was just the act of somebody who was so nervous, so anxious. Horrific.
I know Brendan kept saying, balance. He wanted somebody with a right foot, and it was his left foot that smashed it straight in the top of the corner. Anyway.
So let's cut to the chase then, because we're not going to be talking for long on this.
No.
Falkirk tomorrow night.
Yes.
Rangers semi-final on Sunday.
Can't-
And then the small matter of clawing Hearts back and extending the lead over Rangers. So what are the priorities, do you think, for O'Neill and Maloney on the pitch?
One.
No, obviously. Obviously. How are you going to do it? What changes do you need? Do you think we'll see a new... Do you think we'll see a new Rio Hatate, for example? Some of those players look as though they weren't playing for Rodgers.
No,
right? They weren't. Do you think we'll maybe see the best of Engels? Do you might see the best of Negrin? Do you might some of these guys...
I don't
playing
think Negrin, he put him in a team and he's putting him outside, outright. He's not a right winger.
Yeah.
He's not a right winger. I think you've got he'll change the formation. I think maybe either McGregor goes up forward and somebody's sitting in, but I think he'll bring Bernardo back. Maybe Bernardo likes to run forward as well. It's all the same players.
Yeah. Where are the goals coming from?
Well, they can all score goals when they're playing their proper position. McGregor can score goals. I mean, I just keep thinking, Callum's a wonderful player, but he's played 80 games a season for how many years, Simon?
No, I know.
And sometimes when he get injured, not when he get the bad jaw injury or his eye or whatever it was,
Yeah.
he was out for a few weeks. He came back. He was like a new player.
So
he was outstanding. I think maybe we need somebody in there that's got. I don't know who's going to do it. I don't know who can win tackles.
So and the actual's injured. You got a choice of Johnny Kenny or Shin Yamada.
I would give Yamada a chance.
Yeah,
definitely, because he is. I think he looked all right when he came on and played games. I think he's looked all right. He's looked no disrespect to Johnny Kenny, but I think he's
Mark O'Neill has an ability
to get the best out of players.
And you think immediately think of Bobby Petr, who was heading for the door at Celtic.
Made him better.
He made him better. He took him to Mass now. He's different class.
Yeah.
But you wonder whether O'Neill might do that to one or two of the players who are just drifting at the moment.
I don't know what's
I'm thinking about Engels and I'm also wondering about Johnny Kenny too. A countryman as well, and basically putting his arm around the big man and saying away.
I'm not talking about that. I don't know if Johnny's ready for it. I don't know. Listen,
he's scored goals in Europe. He's not like
it's a big statement being a number. I don't. I know I play, and I'm not meaning that, but to be a number 9 for Celtic. It's a big. You need a big set of balls, basically. You need honestly, because you're going back way before me, way after me, and the greats that have played with that number 9 and. I don't know if Johnny's ready for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Celtic have always had a really good striker all through the years, right back to way before
actual for me can do it.
Yeah,
but he's got to get sharper. He's got to get fitter.
Yeah,
because the touches he's got is great. And he'd have scored goals. He'd have scored a lot of goals, but unfortunately he's injured, and that's sod law.
So Falkirk, got to assume they'll get 3 points.
No,
can't assume anything.
Assumptions,
and then
mother of all fuck ups, basically. Sorry.
Never assume it makes an ass out of you and me.
Yes.
Sunday. Oh, do you know what? Sunday's. I actually wonder whether
they won't even be thinking about Sunday. It's all about tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's all about tomorrow, because there's no point getting Sunday and getting beat. Tomorrow night, but the confidence will be shattered. I think today. They would have been in, it would just be a meet and greet today, basically. Because some of the players don't know who Martin O'Neill is.
No. Well, I'm sure
they should.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, they don't. Some of them don't give a monkeys.
So he gave his exclusive interview this morning to Jim White on Talk Sport.
Yes.
And he spoke to him, he spoke for 10 minutes, aye.
Why not?
And in fact, you know what? It occurred to me, remember when we had Jim White on the episode as a guest a few months ago? And he said, I still hope to break big stories, and I might yet have break, and my biggest story yet might still to come. I'm not suggesting this is what it is, but fair play to Jim. He got the exclusive again. Yeah. So obviously he's taking a phone call from, well, I've got to assume Martin O'Neill last night, because Jim White was the first to tweet about it.
Of course he was, and it's and I'm pleased for Jim, because as we all say, he done me a favour as well, because he had me in tears at at the airport and he didn't put it out.
Yeah, that's right.
When I left Celtic.
Switched the camera off.
Yeah, switched the camera off. So,
but what I was going on to say was Martin, I digress. During his interview with Jim White this morning, he made it clear several times, I am only temporary. Yeah. He gave the impression he does not want to be here a minute longer than he has to be.
Yeah.
So moves must be afoot for Rodgers' full-time replacement. Mm-hmm. Who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know who.
Would you have Ange back?
No.
Why?
No, because I mean, sorry for our Celtic sports. I loved watching him playing football, the way he played. Going forward, he was great. Defending, left a lot to be desired for me. And I said, I was one of the few that says, he'll get found out in England.
Yeah.
Now, the guy is genius at going forward. I don't know why he didn't just... I mean, John Kennedy was there. Why did he not sort of defence it?
Yeah, I know.
You know, and just say, look,
but
it's this zonal marking.
But listen, to win the league in Scotland, it's a completely different kettle of fish than to win in the league with Spurs.
Yeah,
right.
I don't mean that. So but I'm talking about. And I want Celtic. It's a given win the league. It's up here, right? Okay, that's what I think.
Aye. So it just has to remind the team how to attack.
And then I want us to go and compete in Europe like we did 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. You know. Just go and compete. I'm not asking to win it.
No.
Go and compete. Don't get embarrassed.
When you think back to that,
and I think we pretty much get, but great going forward and all that. I was in Madrid and they just absolutely battered us. And anyway.
See, when you think back to that night in Munich when we were minutes away from an incredible upset, if you can pinpoint that as the moment that everything just started to fall to hell.
Yeah.
Because, not long after that, you had this Scottish Cup final against Aberdeen, which was it was like watching paint dry with a really miserable outcome.
But I told you about the corner that we got Engels to Bernardo to McGregor to Taylor to Carrivickers the scales and batted keeper, and I thought, you're joking me, aren't you? And that was enough for me. Yeah. That kind of football.
But it was almost like there was a big momentum. It was like any
just
momentum.
The corner earlier.
I know, but I mean, I'm talking about Munich night, where like there was a pinprick in Celtic's momentum that night. They were great up until that point, and then it was just like, okay, we're going to win the league anyway.
Aye, there's a lot of pricks.
But we're going to win the league. The European dream is over. It's almost as though everything just became deflated, and then at that point. It's, you wonder whether Brendan Rodgers started thinking about other things and all the contracts talks, and you can, whether you believe Desmond or not, that he was offered a contract, I don't know, but their eyes have been off the ball all over the place.
Problem is, we don't want it played out in the press.
No.
That should have been all done, sorted it back in behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. Whether he was staying. If he got offered the contract, listen, this is what I don't believe. Yeah. If he got offered the contract in June, and he says no, get rid of him then.
But he signed a contract. He's on a 3-year contract. They can't just get rid of him.
But the way they played football, he can.
They obviously but they won't want him. No,
they can.
Will it sack him?
Well, sack him. He's only a year contract. He's only got a year left.
So they
would have to pay him back, pay him a year.
They were
and
clearly...
then give the new manager money to go and spend.
Yeah.
If they didn't give it to him, get a new guy in and give it to, and then. If they don't get a manager in quick, they're going to give it to Martin and Maloney.
What about names like Robbie Keane and Craig Bellamy that have been floating about?
Craig Bellamy's been floated about. I want Mancini. I would love Mancini. Roberto Mancini to come in and just take us to the next level.
Yeah.
I would love it. And he says he would love to manage Celtic Football Club. He's quoted as saying that, so excellent. He says as long as they're in the Champions League, well, they're not in this season, but they can win the league and we'll back in it next year. There's also this guy for Columbus Crew, a guy called Nancy or something, Wilfred Nancy.
Wilfred Nancy, aye.
They're bringing him in, but he doesn't know anything about Scottish football. I mean, at least Bellamy knows something about Scottish football. I know Mancini.
Yeah, but
doesn't know anything, but
Bellamy's not.
Bellamy's
not going anywhere while there's a possibility of doing good things with Wales. That's his priority. World Cups and all that stuff.
Oh, I don't know. I think if Celtic came calling, he would go. No problem. Oh God, I know he loves your country, but it's part time. Mm-hmm. Any manager worth a salt, no disrespect, they become an international manager after your career as a manager. And I think he has got ambitions to be a good manager. And there's no bigger club for Craig Bellamy to come than and sort Celtic out. My God, it'd be huge.
Did it surprise you that John Kennedy walked out the door as well?
Well, listen, this is what I've been told.
Allegedly. Throw the word allegedly.
I've got to say allegedly, because it is. I get told they went in to resign and they get sacked before they could resign. And to get sacked, I can't see all the backroom staff getting resigning as well.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way they've all resigned, so they've been sacked.
Yeah, but see, from Kennedy's perspective, though, also, watching Sean Maloney leapfrog him, into the dugout, that would have pissed him off as well. You wonder whether that might have led to him just saying, "I'll come away." And also, Brendan Rodgers could be in a new job in a week.
He should have went. He could have done that with Ange. He could have went into London. He didn't do it. So it's a case of no. I don't know. John could have went and become his own guy.
Right. Listen,
not done it.
We're going to finish off. Right.
Good luck to him if he gets the job, because John Kennedy's been there for a while. And good luck to him if he gets a manager's job.
So I think tomorrow night against Falkirk will probably take care of itself. What do you think the starting lineup will be on Sunday against Rangers? If Frank McAvennie was Celtic manager on Sunday,
I'd do is bring Naruska back.
Right. So
for loan.
Yeah, but let's say we can't do that. Right.
Why?
So
he's on loan.
The players you've got at your disposal right now.
I'd play
Trusty and Scales.
Yeah, well, it's got to be.
What would the idea of having Tierney as part of 3 men across the back?
Yeah, well, that's what Martin plays. Martin plays 3.
Well, there's an idea, isn't it? Aye.
And put the midfield. But who are you going to have holding?
Who are
going to have holding?
And also, who's going to be bombing up and down the flanks? Forrest on one side and
Sebastian, and I don't think Negrin's lost it there on the right. I don't think he's fulfilling his potential, and I think hopefully we'll see a new spur tomorrow.
So you'll have McGregor and Hatate in the middle of the park.
The first thing Martin's going to say is, when you get a ball, look forward. That's the first thing he's going to do.
Mick stumbled across something that though. I totally forgot about how Martin O'Neill refused. He was so rigid with the 3-5-2. You just wonder. You wonder whether they may go back to it.
There you go.
Aye. Mm-hmm. Kenny Anyamada.
Bring Sutton back, play him at centre half.
No, Big Sutton used to drop back into the.
Oh, he
dropped into the hole.
I know he did.
You used to drop into the hole as well, didn't you? From
Many
time
times, and I was no bad at doing it at football park as well.
Right, enough of this nonsense. Right. We've got a cracking guest coming up later this week. Really, really good. So look out for it. A wee reminder to everybody: please to follow us on social media, hit subscribe, and also every week we're giving away £50 worth of vouchers for food at Mr. Singh's India in Glasgow.
Yes.
We've got 3 winners so far: Art Bell 2025, Brendan McCarthy, F7V, and Joe's 5304. 3 of you get in touch. Drop us an email at Let Me Be Frank podcast. What are the letters of that? LMBF podcast at outlook.com. LMBF podcast at outlook.com. Drop us an email with your contact details and we'll get in touch and we'll get the vouchers to you. So, big few days ahead.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. What's your prediction for Sunday?
I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough tomorrow because Falkirk are playing well.
Aye.
But I think Celtic will win that and they'll go into the game on Sunday and get a result, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be close.
Well, let's see what happens. Okay, well that was good. We emergency episode of Let Me Be Frank, and it's a shift in it. We're here to serve. So
yeah, we're here to serve. I just hope they sort it out, keep it away from the papers. So
exactly, quite right. Okay, right. Well, join us again. We'll see you soon for another episode of Let Me Be Frank. Take care.
Cheers.